Happy Valentine's Day. There's my Valentine's cup from my Valentine's. Um, Put in the chat where you're watching from, whether this is live or the replay. And I want you to think about here's what I know about you. You have deep, loving relationships, and they're important to you. I also have a sense that you would love to have deeper relationships, that you would love to your relationships to be even more intimate. And from what I hear from the hundreds of people that I have the honor of working with and thousands of people around the world that I get to speak to, you probably have people in your lives that you would love for them to be more supportive, that you would love for them to possibly be there more for you, for your dream. And that maybe sometimes it feels like that you have to choose between your dream or one of your love relationships, or one of your relationships, period, whether it's your beloved. Hey, you, it says Facebook user. So I'm not sure, who the hi there girl is. So shoot your name in there for me. Um, I know for myself that, I had to bring my husband along with my dream at times. And so on this Valentine's Day, in order to serve you and the amazing impact that you're here to make and that you want to make, in this live today, I want to walk you through three powerful secrets to deepen your relationship with the ones around you, your loved ones, and to know that it doesn't have to be an either or. You don't have to give up your relationships for your dream, and you don't have to give up your dream for your relationships. But that there really is a third way. Oh my gosh, Melissa, it is so good to see you, or to see your name. Really happy that you are here. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Felicia Searcy, your Dream Life Activator. It is my joy to be your partner in believing your dream is the reason I exist. And I'm going to, throughout the live, invite you to come hang out with us for 3 days next week, February 24th, 25th, and 26th. We'll put the link in the comments. For my 3-day virtual event, Your Ultimate Life Now, where we dig deep into the spiritual success system, the proven spiritual success system for you to create and live the life that you are designed to live. So that's why I'm focusing on relationships. When we work together, I work on 4 areas. So often people come because of their vocation. That's the thing that brings them in the door. That you have a deep desire to want to make an amazing impact, that there's something so much bigger for you to do. And we start realizing that it's not just that one area of your life, but all areas of your life are asking for attention, asking for you to be shown how to grow all areas of your life as it grows you. Diane, so glad you're here. So one area in particular that can be a sticking point for my folks are relationships. Now, you know how to have great relationships. And here's the thing that I know about you. You know how to be there for other people. Let me say that again. You know how to be there for other people. You know how to read the room and anticipate people's needs. You're very intuitive. You're probably empathic. You probably have to protect your energy. Let me get some amens if any of this, sounds like you, where, you're so tuned into people that sometimes you even have to protect your energy because it can drain you. And you have a dream. And so what happens so often in our community and in our client community is that people feel like that they're at a choice point where they have to make a decision about whether or not they go forward with their dream or they back away because the people around them are uncomfortable. Yes, Patrice, you are, oh my lordy, you are an empath, which is why I'm continue to wrap my arms around you and to support you in loving without losing. We can love someone without losing ourselves. So that's a good one. Learn how to love without losing and without losing your dream. To learn how to love and not equate loving someone with giving up your dream. Because the thing I want you to hear is that's the complete opposite of love. That if you give your dream up, you are actually doing not only yourself a disservice, but the people that you love a disservice. So, how do you do that? How do you love the people in your life and have a dream and not feel like it's an either or? And it's not even a both and. What I want to suggest is that there's the way of giving up your dream for the person that you love because they may be really uncomfortable with it. There's the way of saying, I'm going for my dream and you're just going to have to deal with it, talk to the hand kind of thing. Is that like an 80s thing? It's not an either or, and it's not even a both and. There's a third way. Now, I don't know what your third way is, but I do know that you are connected to a power that knows all things, that does know that. And so here's how to tap into that third way of being in loving relationships while staying faithful to your dream. You can stay faithful to the people that you love and stay faithful to your dream. That there is a way to do both, and it's what I call the third entity. All right, so here's how you do it. Number one way to stay faithful to your dream while staying faithful to the people that you love. Drum roll, please. Number one, Patrice, would you put this in the chat? Let your loved ones off the hook. Let them off the hook. All right, let me describe that more. Let me talk more to that. Here's the thing about the people that are closest to us. They care deeply about what happens to us. You know, I remember, well, Melissa, if you're still on, you'll remember this, that when I went to my husband and I said, it's time for me to step away from teaching in order to go into ministry, that I had started a church in the town that I was living at the time, it terrified him. And, he was shaking and I don't know. And are you sure? And, it really, he had to stretch, and then he had to stretch even more when I stepped away from my church and I stepped into this crazy industry of coaching and teaching where, less than 10% cross the 6-figure mark. I'm working to change that for folks. I mean, I've changed it for myself, but now wanting to help other people change that fact, not reality, but fact for themselves. So what I had to realize, there was a couple of things that I had to come to understand. Number one, my husband, Michael, is closest to me. So what impacts me impacts him. What impacts those people closest to you, what impacts you, impacts them. We don't do this in a vacuum. We don't do this in a silo. That what we do does impact the people around us. And so when we let them off the hook, we give them permission to be uncomfortable with what your choices are. Now, I'm not saying to thumb your nose at them. It's certainly not, you're just going to have to deal with it kind of thing. It's like, wow, I get it. I get that you're really uncomfortable with this. And I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that you're concerned about it not working and me being hurt or me being disappointed. You're concerned about what it may mean for you and how it may change our lives. When I went to Michael and said, I'm ready to move out of Tennessee, that I have come to a completion with this state. Yes, it was my dream, but it was going to impact him. And that's the thing that we have to remember, is that the people around us are the ones that are directly impacted by our dreams. So one of the things that I did was that I got busy and I proved what I was doing. I proved that I could do this, and the very thing that I was teaching worked. And I also took his needs into consideration, not denying my needs. It wasn't an either or, but we were really able to come to some decisions that were life-giving for both of us. And we continue to stay in that conversation. We lived in California for 8 years, and he came to me and he said, this is not working for me, that there are elements about California that are just not a fit. Now, California was my dream state. If you've been around my stuff at all, you knew that I was going to die and spread my ashes in Zuma Beach down in Malibu, right there out in the Pacific Ocean. I also was aware that my husband wasn't happy. And so again, it's the third way for us. to have a conversation and lean in and say, all right, what's something that's empowering for both of us without watering down? This is not about compromise. It's about allowing life force energy to reveal an unknown way that is life-giving for both of us. And that's when Tucson dropped in. And here we are. And I'm loving Tucson. I never in a million years would I would have thought that we would have moved back to Arizona. And boom, here we are. So first secret. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad this is serving you as I'm looking down to see the comments, and want to keep your eye on the camera. So the first secret in deepening your intimate relationships while staying faithful to your dream is to stop asking the people closest to you to do the thing that's probably the hardest for them, which is to be a full-on support for you. Because they're like, oh my God, what is this? What does this mean for me? That's the conversation going on in their head. And know that they want to support you, but they just may not be able to. It's one of the reasons why I've created the communities that I've created, and I do the work that I do, is so people can get the support from me and from this work. So then you can let your loved ones off the hook. You can stop looking to them for what is actually not necessarily theirs to give you. And then you can love them and support them and have compassion for them as they squirm their way through your dream. It's kind of a squirmy thing, without watering it down. And there's the key piece, without watering it down. All right. So secret number 2. So that's secret number 1. Secret number 2, get busy. Get busy living into your dream so you can show your loved ones that you're doing this and that it works. By the time we left California and we came to Tucson, because of my business, we were able to create a remarkable lifestyle in California, continue to have a remarkable lifestyle in Tucson. And my husband was able to retire 7 years early. He didn't know that up in the front end. It was a really scary thing. So not that I had to prove myself. I just got busy knowing that the evidence would stack itself. So I wasn't earning his approval, but I was aware that he was watching and that he was sacrificing and taking risks with me. My employees take risks with me because, I'm a bootstrapping, very small company. So you want to get busy. So that's secret number 2. Get busy and demonstrate. Get busy and demonstrate that your dream is working and that you can effectively transform your life with your dream and transform. So I didn't realize Michael was here. That's his phone. Transform your life, and then the people, the lives of the people around you become impacted. That their lives become impacted, and they begin to see it, and they begin to be able to exhale and say, "Oh, okay, yeah, maybe we can do this. And maybe I can be on board." And they come on board more. Hold that thought. I'm not going anywhere. Just shutting the door, still talking. All right. Patrice, tell me if you can still hear me because I just dropped my mic. All right. So that's secret number 2 is get busy and start proving that your dream, in fact, can happen. So you want to get busy and start proving that, in fact, your dream can happen and that you're doing it, that you are competent and capable and you're getting the help that you need to be able to successfully achieve your dream. All right. So that's secret number 2. Then secret number 3, and we're actually going to have a bonus secret. Secret number 3 is that start noticing the things that you do appreciate about the people that we love. Now, this is kind of a no-brainer, and I know it's not new information. The other 2 may be somewhat new information, but this one I get is not new information. But here's the thing. It's the mastery of it. It's the mastery of staying present for the things that you deeply appreciate about the people that you love when you're in the nuts and bolts, when you're in the weeds of life and you're picking up their dishes out of the sink, my husband is incapable of closing a cabinet. He says, you walk into the kitchen, it's like, oh, all right, he went for a bowl, he went for cereal. Thank God he closes the refrigerator. He went for a spoon. It's like I can track his activity because all I have to do is see what the cupboard doors are left open. It's like, Michael was here. So, and it's easy to get focused on that kind of little irritating stuff. Oh, just close the cabinet door kind of thing. But if you want to grow your intimacy and you want to bring people along for your dream, really become a master at not only noticing the things that you appreciate about them, but articulating it, verbalizing it, letting people know what you appreciate about them and how much you appreciate about them. Again, not a radical new concept, but it's the mastery of it, right? It's staying faithful to that. When you're in the day-to-day gook, life is moving, and those times that you may be irritated with them. We've been together for, 36 years now. I get irritated with my husband from time to time. I get irritated with my friends from time. Focus on what I appreciate about them allows me to, number one, take responsibility for the irritation. And then number two, show up for them in the way that I want to show up for them. All right, so that's number 3. So and then I got a bonus one. Know that the universe has got your back. When you know how loved and cherished you are, it's so much easier to love others back. Let me hear some amens in there. That when you really get it down to the marrow of your bones, just how cherished and precious you are in the eyes of this life force energy, then I love it, Diane. What a remarkable gift that you're giving people to coach them in that way. Yeah, so I just encourage you on this Valentine's Day to take some time and really allow yourself to feel how loved you are by life force energy, really feel how the universe has got your back, and literally feel this energy moving out through you and out into our world in remarkable ways as you love the people around you. All right, so let your loved ones off the hook. Do not ask for them to support your dream in ways that they just may not be able to. Get busy with your dream so they can see the evidence, in fact, that this works. Appreciate them. Just really be so diligent about the things that you appreciate about them and articulate that and know that the universe has got your back. All right. So if you want more of this, I would love for you to come hang out with us next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, February 24th, 25th, and 26th. Patrice, would you put the link in the chat? 3-day incubation of transformation, where we will lean deep into the most powerful question, what would I love? As you tap into how life is seeking to express through you, look at where are those places that you potentially get stuck, what pops up, and how to navigate that, how to tap into your own voice of inspired insight to know what the next action step is, and connect with an amazing community of like-minded individuals just like you that are as deeply committed to their dream as you are to yours. There's the code for friends and family. You're a member of this community. So I'm offering it at a radically discounted price to come in for those 3 days. It's mainly the time. Give yourself the gift of loving you, to let me love up on you, pour into you, myself and my team, so you can really get in touch with that dream and get help with really beginning to build some momentum around it. All right. So my name, in case you don't know, my name is Felicia Searcy, your Dream Life Activator. It is my joy to share this with you. Please share this with your friends. Drop your takeaways, whether you're watching this live or the recordings, in the comment section. Thank you, Diane. You are a beautiful person. Right back at you. Happy Valentine's Day. Know how much I deeply love and appreciate you. You are amazing. Mwah. God bless.